Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's winter weather update. So we are monitoring two major winter storms impacting the lower 48 for the next 3 days and timing out our storms with the 18Z run of the North American model. Our first storm will begin to bring freezing rain to southern Missouri as early as about 1 a.m. tonight Central Time, and then as we go through 4 and 7 a.m., heavy snow will build across Kentucky into southern Indiana, Ohio, southern Illinois, southeastern Missouri, through West Virginia and western Virginia, and then the snow will spread to the east as we go through the day through about 1 p.m. Central Time. 2 p.m. Eastern Time, snow will spread into Maryland, the Delmarva, southwestern Pennsylvania, eastern Virginia, with a very heavy freezing rain and sleet in southwestern Virginia and central Virginia. Going into the afternoon, going to about 5 o'clock Central, or 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central, very heavy snow spreading into Washington, D.C., the Delmarva, southern New Jersey, continuing back west across the Midwest and Ohio Valley, with freezing rain and sleet continuing across Virginia and western North Carolina. This will continue all night Wednesday across the Mid-Atlantic. The freezing rain will continue across Virginia and North Carolina for a good 24 hours. And then we have our second storm system bringing very heavy snow, potentially blizzard conditions across the Midwest and the plains. Snow will move into Chicago and Milwaukee as we go into about 9 a.m. Central Time Wednesday morning. And it'll snow in Chicago for about 24 hours as well. Going into about 10 p.m. Wednesday evening, heavy freezing rain in southeastern Michigan, northern Indiana, southeastern Illinois, continuing across West Virginia and western Virginia, western Pennsylvania, heavy snow moving into New York City. And then we're going to be seeing snow exit Chicago as we go into 4 a.m. Thursday morning Central Time, heavy snow moving across New England, freezing rain across northeast Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, southeastern New York. And then we're going to see our storm system exit as we go into Friday morning across the northeast. So what does this mean for snowfall accumulations? Looking at our 18Z run of the North American model, looking at a widespread swath of 6 to 12 inches of snow across portions of Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, eastern Colorado, northern Missouri, northwestern Illinois, southeastern Wisconsin. Up to 9 inches of snow is possible in Chicago, up to 10 inches in Milwaukee, 5 inches in Green Bay. Across central Michigan, could be seeing 1 to 1.5 feet of snow from the system. About 1 to 3 inches of snow across most of New England and the Northeast. 1.5 inches in Boston, Providence, Hartford. Maybe up to 3 inches in New York City. 2 to 6 inches across New Jersey, Philadelphia, southern Pennsylvania. Back through the Ohio Valley, northern Kentucky. And then we're going to be seeing our snow bullseye from our first system across Washington, D.C., the Delmarva, eastern West Virginia. We're going to be seeing as much as 6 to 12 inches of snow across this area from our first winter storm. Mentioned the icing. We're going to be seeing a major ice storm across West Virginia, and northwestern North Carolina. Could be seeing over an inch of ice accretion in these areas, resulting in major power outages and major tree damage. Make sure you are preparing for a major ice storm if you live across southern West Virginia, southwestern Virginia, northwestern North Carolina. Even through Richmond, we could be seeing up to half an inch of ice accretion. Northwestern Virginia, northeastern West Virginia, up to a third of an inch of ice accretion. And then through Pennsylvania, or New Jersey, New York, and areas of western New England, about a tenth to a quarter of an inch of ice accretion as well. And then across the Midwest through southeastern Michigan, up to a quarter to a half an inch of ice accretion in many areas as well. Make sure you are preparing for ice storms across both the Midwest and especially Virginia, West Virginia, and North Carolina. And closing off with our National Weather Service Watches Warnings and Advisories map, we have winter storm warnings in the pinks across Kentucky, southern Ohio, West Virginia, the southern half of Maryland, Delaware, southern New Jersey, northern Kansas, northwestern Missouri. Winter storm watches in the blues across the plains and the Midwest through central Michigan, including Chicago and Milwaukee, and winter weather advisories in the purples, flash flood watches in the greens, northern Georgia, eastern Tennessee, southern Kentucky, the Arklatex, and then extreme cold warnings for the northern plains and Pacific Northwest. So make sure you are preparing for these major winter storms across the mid-Atlantic and the plains and the Midwest especially for the ice storms, power outages as well. Thanks for watching. Please stay safe and have a wonderful evening, my friends.